Many people, including myself, have people around them who expect the highest grades or achievements from the people that they care about. Because you care about these people, it's hard to let them down, so you try to conform to the person that they want you to be. Somebody that I don't need to conform for is my boyfriend. He's on the phone, and he will be listening to my whole presentation. This could be more than just grades. Friends could want you to do things you may not want to do, and conforming to these people's ideal person can be draining and could affect all aspects of your life, not just your social life. I used to hang around the wrong group of people in high school and didn't want to do the things that they did just to have fun. I ended up having a hard time saying no and failing to use my better judgment when around them. My mom came to this country as an immigrant, and even though she doesn't say it, I feel like I have an obligation to have higher education and have a professional career. My parents also wanted me to have perfect grades, and when I couldn't give them that, I felt like anything I did could never be enough for them. My friends in the past and my parents have taught me that conforming to someone else will drain you into a shell of who you once were. While being the most loved person in the group would be nice, having the pressure to constantly be perfect, the setbacks, weak boundaries, and burnouts are all things that come with trying to fit into other people's expectations of you. The pressure to be perfect. High expectations usually mean the need to be perfect at everything. Perfect grades, the perfect social life, the perfect future plan ahead, going to university. The pressure from people around me to be perfect kept me from doing anything I enjoyed because I would be more focused on school and my grades. Because I couldn't keep my grades up no matter how hard I tried or studied, I felt like I was a failure. Well, now, of course, I have a better way of studying and a way of being consistent without feeling like an academic robot. When you force yourself to maintain this perfect image, it doesn't allow you to grow into your own person or into your own personality. The setbacks that you might get would be like, I had a friend in middle school who felt like a leech and would use my failure as the root of their humor. I didn't realize how bad this was at the time, and I just hid my sadness with smiles and tried to be the cool and unbothered friend. And of course, I never felt happy in that friendship. And when I left, I had a hard time finding myself because I spent so much time with that friend and their horrible sense of humor. My own development was set back because I never had time to be anyone else but a human punching bag. Because of the unlucky friendships I had in the past, I had a hard time finding myself till I was older. This also caused me to have a hard time making boundaries with people when it was necessary. Weak boundaries. After constantly changing myself for others, I found it very hard to say no. Even some small boundaries, like not wanting to hug people all the time, felt difficult to express. I worried that setting boundaries would disappoint people or push them away, so I just stayed silent. Over time, constantly ignoring your own feelings leads to something even more damaging. Burnouts. When you keep giving without taking care of yourself, burnout is unavoidable. I felt emotionally and mentally exhausted, and I started to feel resentment towards the people whose expectation I was trying to meet. Even though they may not have meant harm, the pressure I placed on myself slowly wore down on me. Conforming to others' expectations may seem like the easiest way to be accepted, but having the pressure to constantly be perfect, the setbacks, the weakened boundaries, and burnouts are all consequences of this kind of life. When you stop living for others' approval, you finally give yourself the chance to grow, heal, and become the person that you want to be.